this video I'm cycling with my couchsurfer Karina on the back of my bike. I am Tika from Amsterdam and Karina is my couchsurfer from Brazil. She stayed with me for almost a week and we filmed a video podcast. We went to Volendam, Edam and Marken together with Couchsurfer Anastasiia from Ukraine and two couchsurfers from Poland, Dominika&Pawel. So they were all staying at my place from different requests. The videos I just now mentioned are linked down below, and also be sure to check out that podcast because it's my first ever video podcast ever. And Karina and Anastasiia were my first guests. And also it was their first podcast. But anyways, in this video I'm giving Karina the experience of how it is to sit on the back of the bike. In Amsterdam. And I'm an Amsterdam local, born and raised in Amsterdam. So, it's just a quick little ride. I'm cycling from my house. This is my neighborhood, the Staatslieden neighborhood, aka the Statesman neighborhood. From my house to my work, the hotel, which is next to the Leidse Square, one of the main squares of the city. And I thought it's nice for Karina to give her this little experience. She anyways had to go to the Wandelpark, that was her plan. And the Wandelpark is close to my work. So I thought, you know what, you hold the 360 camera in your hand and we're gonna cycle. So the only thing with this 360 camera is that the wind is very noisy. The microphone sucks, so if you're thinking about buying a 360 camera, just keep in mind that the sound will be awful unless you're inside a building. So yeah, now I'm narrating and that's okay, you hear my voice. But if you hear the voice of the actual footage, I mean not the voice but the sound, then you'll hear, in the background you hear this wind. So, and also sometimes we're talking, me and Karina in this video, but you can barely hear it. So this is a little skate park which is often seen on Instagram. A tiny skate park next to my house. It's at the edge of my neighborhood and here we enter the center of the city. This is the Marnixstraat, a very big street, but we're gonna head to the Jordaan district. And yes, I realize it's not an optimal view, this. And the reason for that is because the 360 camera is being held very close to my shoulder. And I cannot blame Karina for this because, of course, she is not a photographer or a videographer. No, she's an oceanographer. And unfortunately, I didn't talk a lot about that in the podcast. It was my first ever podcast. At the moment of recording this voiceover footage, I recorded / filmed 6 video podcasts, and I realized it's nice if I go a little bit more in depth into the guests, their professions, their passions. But unfortunately, I hardly spoke with Karina about her job in the podcast. So she's an oceanographer and that's all I know. I don't know exactly what that means. Does it mean like making photos or videos in the ocean? I guess so. Alright, yeah, that's typical Amsterdam classic music. I guess it was on a Monday, there's this market. Oh, it's not a Monday, it's not possible. So probably a Saturday then. So this can be either, I think it's the Northern Market, but not 100% sure. It's anyways next to the Northern Church at the end of the street. So yeah, if Karina ever will return to Amsterdam, she'll be in another episode of my podcast and then we're gonna dive deep into her personal life. Karina, if you hear this, you better be ready. But in the podcast we do talk about couchsurfing, about Amsterdam, about how it is to travel as a solo female traveler. And she came all the way from Brazil and she travels to several countries here in Europe all alone. And she does have a friend somewhere in Portugal who I may meet one day. Marlue. Oh, and by the way, maybe at the end of this video I pronounce Karina's name wrong. I say Katarina. Yes, I'm sorry. That happens sometimes, confusing names. So as you can see, it's pretty crowded here at the market. So every Saturday there's a market, but also on Monday morning. That's why I thought it was the Monday morning market, but then I realized I don't work in the hotel on Monday. It's two different markets actually, so in the same street but different kind of goodies. So yeah, the camera is maybe held a little bit close to my shoulder, and that's why the view is not optimal. And now it's gonna be super crowded here.
Well, I guess so, yeah. Because now it's super crowded.
And Karina asked if she should walk for a second. I said I guess so. So yeah.
Ah, it was nice. Yeah.
There we go. See, so she's holding a stick, and on top of the stick is the camera.
Should I keep
with
filming?
2 lenses.
Okay.
And yeah, then the computer makes it that the 2 videos are stuck together and the stick becomes invisible. It's like magic. This 360 camera. I'm using the GoPro Max. But there's also other brands like Insta360. I hear a lot about that. No experience with it though. And we continue.
Just a minute. I think I have to go more.
Yeah, just a minute. She has to sit, in the perfect position, otherwise she will fall off.
I felt like I was going to fall down.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're cycling now in the direction of the Herengracht, aka the Gentleman's Canal. And then across the street, across the water, you will see, well, I guess it's maybe a bit hard to see, but you'll see that there's no cars parked there anymore. Because recently they renovated the whole street. And I guess that's maybe the plan for a lot of canals here in Amsterdam, that they just remove the parking spots for the cars. And there's more space for pedestrians and cyclists. So cars are still allowed, to drive there.
No cars. See?
Here, I'm pointing it out now to Karina.
Like a street without any parking spots.
Yeah.
So they're still allowed to drive there,
Cars don't like it, but I like it.
but not to park.
Still cycle, walk with no cars.
Sure. But sooner there are gonna be cars.
No, but there's no parking spots. You're not allowed to park.
It's beautiful.
Fine.
This is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, the people living there, of course, who own cars, and probably they are maybe not so happy, but overall for the city, it's better, The air quality, the view. The only thing I'm missing now is just some trees. Like plant some trees there, municipality of Amsterdam. Yeah, Karina's laugh, it's very contagious.
Okay?
If you hear her laugh, it doesn't matter how you feel like laughing as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's not so heavy.
And her name is Karina and not Katarina, so remember that, Tycho. I'm talking to you.
Like when I was young, I had friends on the back, I don't know.
So the Gentleman's Canal is one of the main canals of the city, which are surrounding the center. I mean, they're going all around the center. So the Gentleman's Canal, the Emperor's Canal, and the Prince Canal, and of course also the Singel, and not Single.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you say single, we'll understand that you mean the single.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the left.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see?
Let's go on this crowded street, Tycho. Very good. Is this
Riding past
it's one of the 9 streets, I guess?
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, not too crowded. Oh, this is... so it was not one of the 9 streets. That bridge over there is in my top 10 bridges, one of my first videos I ever made.
Great
I think
try.
it's the Tower Clock Bridge, number 8 or something in the top 10 bridges of Amsterdam. So in the olden times there used to be a tower on top of that bridge, hence the name Tower Clock Bridge. And underneath that bridge, yeah, I can keep talking about it now, but is a little jail from the olden times still. You'll see the bars, the iron bars. So if you're interested in that, this bridge is really close to Dam Square.
The bike?
Just Google it, Tower Clock Bridge, and perhaps watch my video if you want to see a comparison to old paintings and stuff. But beware, the video is quite old. It was in my beginning time of starting to edit videos on YouTube. So I will not watch it myself. I'll cringe, if you know what I mean. But still, it has some valuable information. And maybe you think like, okay, why the hell do I need to go to that bridge? Well, there's also a lot of nice cafes over there on top of that bridge. And it's the oldest, still in original state. No, not the oldest, the widest, still in original state bridge of Amsterdam. So definitely worth to check it out. And here you see, we're already behind Dam Square now. This is the back of the Palace of Amsterdam.
Going to the left.
Under construction. It's taken quite a long time. And now we're going to Dam Square.
I feel your foot.
So once again, this is just a quick little ride to show Karina some of the highlights of the city, to give her this bicycle ride experience, and then just drop her off at the park and let her go like a bird out of the nest.
Like
Free bird, Lynyrd Skynyrd. Do you know that song? Let me know down below in the comment section. One of my favorite songs. So this is Dam Square, the palace on the left. And behind it on the left is the new church, and on the right is Madame Tussauds the wax statue museum, popular amongst tourists. It's been a while since I visited it myself. I was like 14 or something, I guess. And now we're at the Rokin, R-O-K-I-N. That's the name of the street.
Lot of.
In the olden times there used to be water here, but during the ages quite some canals have been filled up with earth for tram rails and traffic, like this upcoming police truck and car coming. Oh, this is an ambulance, but there's a police truck coming behind us. I know that because I had to edit the 360 footage just now. And I don't mean that police little van, but there's a real big truck coming. Anyways, so they had to fill up the canals with earth to make way for tram rails, metro lines, stuff like that. So not all the canals, quite some. And many of them still carry the same original name as they used to. So the Rose Canal, for example, it's not a canal anymore. It's just a big traffic street.
You're gonna stop? Okay.
Traffic street. Come on, Tigo. Time for coffee. By the way, if you want to support me, press that like button, and you might think about donating me a little coffee. Here comes the police truck I was talking about. Well, that's it. I hope you didn't expect too much. I mean, the more I talked about it, the higher, of course, the anticipation for this truck. And here we are at Mint Square, which is, floating flower market, of course, is down the right. The main shopping street of the country. In Monopoly at the end, it's also there on the right. But we're gonna go to the left and cycle past Rembrandt Square. There's a nice little sushi place right here.
Still filming.
And she's still filming. Very good, Karina. Very good.
Rembrandt Square will be here.
What's the name?
Rembrandt Square.
Because of the painter.
Yes.
Okay.
Statue will be on the left.
Okay.
Right there.
So there we go, Rembrandt Square.
One of the main squares of the city. People go out here also.
Rembrandt lived here, right?
Yeah, not here. Not in this.
Yeah, so
not
she
in
asked
there.
if Rembrandt lived here. Well, no, Rembrandt didn't live there. I don't know, yeah. I mean, they had to give a name to this square, so, just Rembrandt Square. There's the Rembrandt house, though, which is not far from Rembrandt Square, across the Blue Bridge, which is also the top 10 bridges. And that's where Rembrandt did live for a while,
I'm not gonna do that.
in the Rembrandt house, which is now a little museum. But not with all the main paintings of Rembrandt. If you want to see the paintings of Rembrandt, you go to the National Museum, aka the Rijksmuseum. But in the Rembrandt house, you see stuff like Rembrandt's underwear, Rembrandt's ashtray, Rembrandt's bed, you know, stuff like that. And maybe some sketches here and there.
This is still Herengracht.
Sorry?
Now we were where?
Yeah, just one of the canals.
One of the canals.
But the other one was Rembrandt Square.
Yes.
Okay.
So how to solve this issue of my shoulder being so big in the screen? It's to make the stick longer. You know, the stick is able to become 3 meters, and I guess now it was like half a meter or something, and that's why we're so big in this screen and stuff. It's also the first time for me that I film a video like this. So, you know, we all learn by doing. But I decided to still upload this video because why not, right? The building on the right, it was a bank, and now it's the City Archive of Amsterdam. You can go in there for free. There's also a paid section, but for free there's also beautiful exhibitions, and
Everything I've been through, you know.
you can go in the old safe, so where the money used to be stored and stuff. It's very impressive. Thick doors, etc.
So many things happened. I had a burnout.
Oh, I'm talking about my burnout. Very good, Tycho.
2022.
I had a burnout.
2022.
Yes.
Look, this street, for example, is also the Vijzelgracht. Gracht means canal, so the Vijzel Canal.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it's not a canal anymore. Just like the Rose Canal,
Yeah.
they filled it up with earth, and it became just a big street with a lot of traffic. But they renovated this street recently, because all my life it was just a very big, ugly street,
1 year long.
you know, with asphalt and stuff, and a lot
Yeah,
of
it's
cars.
A lot of time.
And now,
I couldn't even throw away the garbage.
yeah, they tried to get rid of those cars out of the city center, you know, like less and less. So you see, the cars have to ride on the tram track here. Cyclists have a lot of space. They put tiles, bricks on the floor here on the ground, you know, to give it a nice, aesthetic vibe. And it's working, because it looks quite nice. Vijzelgracht. If you're interested on Google Street View, you can go back, you know, through the years, and you can see like how it used to be, 2014 or something. Yeah, so all the people going past us are on e-bikes, eh? Because I'm just on a regular second-hand, maybe third-hand grandma bike, using my manpower. But then you see all those cyclists with their big buckets. Speedy Gonzales are going past as well.
I think I never had a burnout.
They got batteries.
But I remember that I was close to one a few times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And here I'm going past them all again. That's how you do it. They were waiting for the traffic lights. It became green. This was my chance to show them who was the real boss on the bike. But also just if I'm already having a little bit speed, you know, it's better to just continue instead of stopping. So the Wetering circuit, there's a nice little pancake house there on the left next to that green car.
Heineken started here.
And then this is indeed the first Heineken brewery in the world on the left.
I heard about it.
She heard about it.
The Heineken experience.
Yes.
And indeed, it's now the Heineken experience.
Watch out, watch out.
I've never been there yet.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, they had to watch out, those people with the taxi.
Brewery.
So the Heineken experience, you get a beer or two, and they'll show you how to make Heineken.
Glass there.
Yeah, if you're into drinking Heineken or beer, I guess it's fun.
The willow.
So for me, well, I'll do it one day because I have this YouTube channel, so I'm kind of obligated to try it out. I'll do it with some couchsurfers who are really big fans of Heineken or of beer, you know.
Little bump.
Sorry?
I said little bump.
Little bump? What is bump?
like watch out now again. I
Ah, okay.
guess. You know, like little bump. Bump.
Little bump. The hard words.
Okay.
Okay.
You all the time move to the center, eh?
Yeah. Because I feel like it's like I'm sleeping, you know? Sometimes.
Okay.
I sleep to the left.
Your legs are sleeping?
Huh?
Your legs are sleeping?
My left. I think they're okay now.
So there's some miscommunication here. Miscommunication.
Yes.
She said I'm slipping, but she
No.
said it with this accent,
No.
right? So I thought she said I'm sleeping. But she said I'm slipping. And I thought, okay,
The
what,
National
your
Museum.
legs are sleeping? No, she was
The
slipping.
National Museum.
Yes, Rembrandt and so is also here.
So there we go, the main museum of the country. In the top 50 museums of the world. With
You're
Rembrandt's
gonna pass
paintings,
that
the
tunnel?
Night Watch,
Just quickly,
etc.
I've not much time.
Okay.
Just quickly through the tunnel and then to the hotel.
Okay. You're near the hotel, right?
I will drop you maybe at the park.
Okay.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
I'm near the hotel because it's there on the right.
Okay.
But first I want to show you this. Oh.
Now it's fresh.
So this is a bicycle tunnel, and fun fact, the only bicycle tunnel through a hotel anywhere in the world. Not a hotel, museum. Wow. I'm just in my mind with the hotel
Look, this
because
is a
I'm
museum.
on my way to the hotel.
Nice.
Sorry.
Yes. Van Gogh Museum, Rembrandt Museum, Diamond Museum, Motor Museum.
All museums are here.
I love that. Yes.
Museum Square. It's just that we're not cycling over the square really, because I'm gonna go to my job now. So bye bye Museum Square, there we go again. Just a quick impression.
It's a pretty good route.
Apparently there's a little restaurant, this one here.
Oh my
Yeah, on the right it was, Saba Sebo or something. It looks like
What happened?
nothing, but apparently it's very good, and a buddy of mine invited me to go there once. Still waiting for him to go through with this plan, actually. If you're listening, Remco Staan, I'm hungry. And so here we are in front of the entrance of the Wandelpark, the main city center park of Amsterdam.
Alrighty then, Katarina. That's the route. That is the route. That's the route, ladies and gentlemen. That's the route. So we went past Rembrandt Square.
Yeah.
I don't know. The center, the Jordaan district, Museum Square. What do you think? What do you think about this?
I loved this
Are you
riding.
sweating? Oh.
I'm not sweating because it was not riding.
No.
But
I
it was amazing to
Yes.
to get to know this part of the city with Tiho and his bike, and in the back side it was very nice. It was a wonderful experience.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for those
you.
nice words.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
those nice words. All right.
See ya.
Ciao, ciao.